Hi, my name is John Lockley. I'm a South African Sangoma, and I'd like to welcome you to my webinar. So this is my first webinar, and I'm a little bit nervous, and also very excited. So I suggest that if you're watching this webinar now and you just signed on, I suggest that you go and get yourself a cup of tea. And you also get yourself a pen and paper and something to write with, and also that you get yourself in the best state of mind possible, which is the dream state, which is a relaxed mind state. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes. Go and get yourself a cup of tea and a pen and paper, and I'll be with you in a few minutes. So, cups of tea. So, I'm known as a Sangoma from South Africa, and a Sangoma is roughly translated as the people of the song, because we use rhythms and songs to go into trance. And when we go into trance, we access the dream time. The dream time is that place of becoming, and that place where we all go to when we die. So when we do the songs and rhythms, we access this very special place. So the dream time is that place where our spirits feel alive and where anything is possible, and where there's no limitations placed on our spirits. So I'd like to sing a few songs just to access this special place for me, and also to help you engage with your own dreams, with your own spirit. So wherever you are now, I encourage you to sit up straight and to feel your heartbeat and to feel the spirit inside of you. The spirit inside of you we call the umoya. Umoya means spirit, it also means air. So feel the spirit inside of you, feel your umoya, close your eyes and tune into your heartbeat. And please excuse the slight delay that you might be experiencing. So here we go. Ndinqola izinyanya camagu, ndiyanqola uThixo wam camagu, ndiyanqola abazali bam camagu, ndiyanqola izinyanya camagu, ngocingo lendaba ntombi ihlobo kinkyamba, hey jog inluyengwe camagu, ndiyanqola amanyange camagu, ndiyanqola abahlekazi bam bangaphansi emlanjeni camagu, inkosi kakhulu camagu, siyabulela camagu, ndiyanqola amaxesha camagu, ndiyanqola abahlekazi bam camagu, ndiyanqola abantu abadala camagu, ndiyanqola uThixo wam camagu, ndiyanqola emlanjeni camagu, ndiyanqola amaphupha camagu, ndiyanqola uThixo wam camagu, ndiyanqola uXamatha camagu, nkosi kakhulu camagu, ndiyanqola umama Kelly camagu, ndiyanqola tata Lockley camagu, ndiyanqola mam Gwebu camagu, ndiyanqola tata Suguni camagu, ndiyabulela ndiyathandaza camagu, nkosi kakhulu camagu. So that was a traditional Xhosa praise song, and it's a way to connect with my ancestral spirits, to connect with my dreams. So I'm a traditional Sangoma, which from South Africa, which means a traditional shaman, and we work with dreams to help connect us with our life path, to help connect us with our destiny, to help connect us with our medicine. So everyone has medicine, and my job is to help connect people with their own medicine, to help connect people with their destiny, with that subtle energy inside their spirit, which is driving them towards the universal consciousness, or you could say God, or enlightenment. So everyone has a seed of that consciousness inside of them, a seed of that of God, or you could say Buddha nature, or you could say spirit. And when you connect with your dreams, then you connect with that timeless force of nature, which is inside of all things. So when you connect with your dreams, you also connect with your own medicine, with your own destiny, with your life path or your heart's calling. So a lot of people nowadays are struggling to find their destiny. They're struggling to find happiness in this world. And the best way to find happiness is to connect with your own heart energy, to close your eyes and feel your own heartbeat, and to feel your spirit inside of you. And then the next thing is to listen to your own dreams, because our dreams are like maps to our own consciousness. They're maps to our own destiny. They're maps to our own spirit and our own becoming. So when you connect deeply with your dreams, then you connect deeply with the spirit inside of you before you're born, and you connect deeply with the spirit inside of you when you're going to die. So you connect with the entirety of who you are as a human being. So in order to realize our destiny, in order for us to realize our fullest potential in this life, one of the ways we can access that is through working with our dreams. So to work with your dreams is a very, very simple process, and it starts with just remembering the simplest details from your dreaming. So for example, when you've had a dream and you wake up and you're tuning into the color of the dream or the story of the dream, that's very beautiful, and that's a start. And then the next thing is to go a little bit deeper and notice whether what are the landscapes inside of your dreams? What is the movement inside of your dreams? So I always encourage people when they're working with their dreams to write their dreams down. So when you write your dream down, it's important to date the dream and to say where you were in the world. So with someone like myself, and I travel a lot, it would be good for me to say I'm in Northern Ireland, where I am now, and the next thing to say this is the date, and then to give a theme of the dream. So the theme could be whales diving through water, or whales diving, or hidden treasure, or something like that. And then you write that down, and then the next thing is to get a feeling of the dream. When you work with dreams, it's like appreciating art. You're looking at images. So the language of dreams is the language of images. So it's important to get a feeling of the flow of the dream. So you write that down. the next thing is to say, what is the message of the dream? Is the dream showing you something? Is it guiding you somewhere? So in a very, very simple way, I see that there's 3 levels of dreaming. The first level of dream is the level of, there's 3 different kinds of dreams that I've identified. The first kind of dream is the dream that we have, and it's got to do with kind of mundane events of our lives. So it could be like you're looking for red shoes, and you can't find the red shoes, and you keep looking for the shoes, and you're up and down the aisles. Or you could be looking for something very arbitrary like food. You're going food shopping, or going to the hairdresser. So something very mundane and ordinary, and it speaks about your life. But there's no hidden message or anything like that in the dream. So that I'd call a level 1 dream, and it's got to do with, you could say, the exhaust fumes of the mind at the end of the day, and you're having a mundane dream, and there's no special meaning. And but these dreams are also important because it's a way for you to be looking at your soul or looking at your spirit. So you just write the dream down. There's no message. It's just a very ordinary dream. So that's the level 1 dream. Now the level 2 dream is a little bit more, how should I say, magical, and I call this the level of psychology. And it deals with emotions, and it deals with anxiety. So the level 2 dreams are those kinds of dreams that you have when you have, how should I say, kind of, it's a repetitive dream that you've had, and it deals with, say, exam fever, or an emotional problem that you may have had years ago. And so that would be the level 2 dream. And those kinds of dreams are very good at, in terms of psychology. If you're working with a therapist, they may say, what was it like to replay your exams again? What was it like to experience exam fever? What was it like to be in the football team and you missed that goal? Or you could be experiencing an old relationship, and you could be marrying this person, and it might be a nightmare. And you go for therapy, and the therapist will say, what was it like to marry your ex, or marry your old boyfriend? And you may be very happy, or you may be exhausted, or you may be very upset. So those dreams, the level 2 dreams, deal with old anxieties, old hurts, old emotions, these kinds of things. And then the level 3 dream is the level of mysticism and the level of prophetic dreaming, or we could say truth dreams. These are the transpersonal dreams, and this is the realm of shamanism, or you could say the realm of mysticism. So this is the dream area that I'm most interested in, because this is the realm of the Sangoma. And so the level 3 dreams are known as the white dreams. We say in Xhosa these are mhlope amaphupha, the white dreams. So these dreams are very important. The level 3 dreams are very, very important, because everyone will have mystical dreams in their lives. Everyone will have a certain amount of prophetic dreams in their lives. And it's very important that you recognize these dreams, that you write these dreams down, that you harness the energy of these dreams, because then you're going to receive more of these dreams. And then what's going to happen then is that your own life force, or your soul energy, or your umoya is going to get stronger. And then gradually but surely you're going to just naturally move towards your destiny, or your life calling, your life's calling. So with me, I can just give you a simple story about myself, and that is, I was training to become we could say the traditional shamanic illness. And I was working with my professors and telling them my dreams. And I was also in therapy at that time, because when you were training to become a clinical psychologist in South Africa, you had to go for long-term therapy yourself. So what I always used to bring to my therapist was my dreams. And for 2 years, I used to tell my therapist my dreams. And for 2 years, he used to go, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Tell me more. What did it feel like to be the snake? What did it feel like to be the dog in the dream? What did it feel like to be the wolf or the elephant or the leopard? And so I told him, and he kept saying, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I kept getting exhausted, and I kept feeling fatigue, and my life wasn't moving forward. And I felt that I was blocked in some way. Something was not working for me. So when I finally started working with my teacher, my Xhosa teacher, my Sangoma teacher, and I started my apprenticeship to become a traditional shaman, a Sangoma, everything started changing. And within 6 months, my dreams changed. And what is the reason for that is because my teacher recognized my dreams. She recognized the mystical nature of my dreams, and she gave me plant medicine, and she also gave me ceremony, and she showed me another way of turning the engine of my dreams so that I would access that particular energy, that soul energy, and then my life opened up in a much stronger and more dynamic way. So that's why I feel that it's very, very important for people to recognize whether you're having a prophetic dream, a white dream, or whether it's just an ordinary mundane dream or a psychological anxious dream or dealing with your emotions. It's very, very important for you to know what kind of dream are you having? What is the level of your dreams? Is it a level 1? Is it a level 2? Or is it a level 3? Now, if you're having mystical dreams, one way to recognize whether you're receiving mystical dreams or white dreams, or you could say prophetic dreams, is that you feel an incredible amount of energy in your body. You wake up and you feel like you've actually stuck your finger into a electrical socket, and your whole body will feel alive, you know. And then you can also feel sensations like you're a very wealthy person, or even though you might be struggling, you feel very abundant inside. Like I used to wake up with these dreams and I'd feel like I'm an extremely wealthy person, and I used to feel very abundant inside. I still do though. But these mystical dreams make you feel very alive, and you feel like you've touched, as Carl Jung would say, you've touched the Pneumonian. The Pneumonian is numinosity, which is a Latin word and it means God. So when you have these prophetic or mystical dreams, you feel that you've touched another world. You feel that you've touched God. So when you have those dreams, pay attention. Pay attention. Write them down. Draw them. Go into the feelings of those dreams, because those dreams are the key to your destiny. Those dreams are the key to showing you what path you need to take in life and how you can access your own medicine. And that's very important, because everyone in this world has a responsibility to realize their own destiny. Everyone has a responsibility to realize their own medicine. So how do we do this? How do we access these mystical dreams, these third level dreams? So I'm going to give you a few techniques how you can get more of these third level dreams, these mystical dreams, and then how you can start to follow them, like paths through the sand or through the African bush, following the seed of your consciousness, just like following a mystical animal through the African savannah. You are following your own spirit so that you can become stronger and more vital. So how do we do that? How do we get these mystical dreams? How do we encourage more of these mystical dreams in our lives? So I'll give you a couple of points on that. The first, in our tradition, what we do in our tradition, in the Sangoma tradition, and I believe it's similar in many traditional shamanic traditions around the world, the first thing we do is we say some prayers, and we connect with our blood. We connect with the blood in our veins. So we say some prayers where we honor and praise our mother and father, and we honor the lineage. We honor our first lineage, our spiritual lineage, which is the lineage of your mother and father. That's your first spiritual lineage. Over and above any other lineage, you are connected to the roots. Like a tree is connected to its roots, You are connected to your bones. You are connected to your blood. So the first thing along the journey, the spiritual journey, the first thing you do, in our tradition, the first thing we do is we honor and praise our ancestors. We honor and praise our mother and father's line. So as soon as you do that, what you are saying to the universe is, I am ready. I am ready to fulfill my destiny. I am ready to access my life force. I'm ready to access my own medicine, my own spiritual power. So what you would say, you'd light a candle, you'd light some incense, and you would say your name. You'd kneel down on the ground and you would say, my name is. As the smoke is rising, as the candle is presenting itself, you would say out to the universe, my name is. So for me, I would say, my name is John Keith Kelly Lockley. So Kelly is the name of my mother's people. Lockley is the name of my father's people. So I would say, my name is John Keith Kelly Lockley. So if you are married, you'd mention your husband's name or your wife's name because you are an adopted member of their family. And if you have children with your husband or your wife, but you are divorced, you would still mention their name because you've got children, so your blood is connected to them. So you would say over the incense and the white candle, you would say, my name is, you'd mention your mother's line, your father's line, and if you married, your husband or wife's name. And then you would honor and praise them. You'd honor and praise your mother and father. You'd honor and praise your ancestral lines, your father's side, your mother's side, and your husband or wife's side. And then if you're working with a lineage like myself, you'd honor and praise your teacher or your teachers. So it could be Buddhist teachers, it could be yoga teachers. But it's very, very important that you first honor and praise your mother and father because your first lineage is the lineage of your mother and father. So once you do that, the next thing to say is you obviously also honor and praise the Great Spirit. You honor and praise your ancestors. And then the next thing you would say is, I ask the great ones to please open the road for me so that I can see clearly, feel clearly, and speak clearly. I ask the great ones to open the road for me so I can realize my destiny in this world and the next. So what's very, very important is to say a prayer because intention, energy goes where intention goes. Energy flows where intention goes. So it's very important for you to say some prayers before you go to sleep to set up the correct intention. Why do you want more mystical dreams? Why do you want to realize your destiny? Why do you want to access your medicine, your spiritual power? A good reason is a bodhisattva reason. That's a Buddhist reason, and that is to be of service. Because to be a human being, to be a true human being, is to be someone who's of service to the planet. So when someone is accessing their own life force energy, when someone is realizing their destiny, then automatically they want to be of service. Whether you're a fireman, a policeman, whether you are working the post office, whether you're an IT technician, these are all callings, these are all vocations. And I've noticed in my own life, when someone is really following their calling, they just want to help other people. So the first line to find your destiny is to say these prayers. The first way to start accessing these mystical dreams for us is to say these prayers, to set the right intention. And then the second way is to use some kind of mindfulness practice, where you're watching your breath, where you're watching your mind, and you feel the breath inside of you, the umoya, and you feel your heartbeat. So a very good mindfulness exercise is the practice of working with your heartbeat. So this technique is very good to help you to remember your dreams, and it's also very good to help make your dreams clearer and more vibrant. So I teach this technique of heartbeat meditation, and wherever you are now, you can just close your eyes, bring your awareness to your heartbeat, and take a deep breath in, and slowly breathing out all the way down breathing out to your belly button, below your belly button, breathing out to the center of your being. Do this a few times. Breathing in as much as you can, breathing in, and breathing out. All the way down to your center, all the way down to the pit of your stomach. Do this a few times. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring your awareness to your center, below your belly button. Make sure that when you're breathing, you bring your breath all the way down to your center, below your belly button. Keep following your breath, breathing through your nose. That's very important. Breathe through your nose, unless you've got a blocked nose, of course. And now bring your awareness to your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat. Can you feel it? Can you feel your heartbeat? If you can't feel your heartbeat, bring your hand onto your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Listen to your heart. Feel the rhythm of your heart. It's a very beautiful rhythm. It's the rhythm that children listen to first. As a baby, you would listen to your mother's heartbeat. When you listen deeply to your heartbeat, it will lull you into the dream state. It's very trance-inducing, the heartbeat. It's very calming, and it's also very strong medicine practice. If you're feeling anxious or you're feeling afraid, bring your awareness to your heartbeat. Breathe into your heart. Energize your heart. Bring your breath all the way down to your center, below your belly button, and listen and feel and breathe. Keep doing this. Keep listening to your heart. Keep breathing all the way down into your center. This is a very good mindfulness practice. And if you do this mindfulness practice for 20 minutes every day, within about a month, within 30 days, you should start to remember your dreams a lot more. When that starts to happen, you write your dreams down. Now, the third practice in helping you to access your mystical dreams, your prophetic dreams, the third practice I'd like to speak about briefly now, and that's herbal medicine. In South Africa, we work with non-hallucinogenic plant medicine to cleanse the body, to cleanse the aura, to remove toxicity, to remove pollution from the aura in the body. And when we do that, it helps to bring about white or prophetic dreams. So I encourage people, if they're struggling with their dreaming, to also cleanse in sea salt. That's very good. Or go for a swim in the sea. That's also very good. And the next thing you can do is you can make a mixture of essential oils, or you can make a mixture of common household plants and put it into some water, mix it for 24 hours, and bathe in it. So good household plants that you can mix would be pine, rosemary, lavender. When you work with these plants in a particular way over time, it helps to change your aura to the aura of nature, which is green. And when you do that, automatically you start accessing another consciousness, which is the consciousness of nature. And when you start to do that, you start to engage with the mystical dreams in a very, very profound way. So if these techniques interest you, then and you're struggling with your dream practice, then I recommend that you come for a Skype session with me, or you come to one of my retreats. So I would just like to speak a little bit about some of my offerings. I'm offering a retreat in the United Kingdom in Gordon's house, and the retreat is going to be from the 1st to the 3rd of August, and we're giving a special price at the moment for £225, but you have to pay that rather than you've got to pay that up front. So the normal price is $295, and we're bringing the new price at $225 because it's the first time in the United Kingdom that I will be launching this Way of the Leopard retreat, where I'm helping people engage with their dreams. So if you are in the UK and you'd like to come on one of these retreats, then please contact me or contact my website. And we're going to be working with the plants. We're going to be working with the meditation. We're going to be working with the dreams in a much deeper way. Now, for some reason, if you can't come and join me at one of these retreats in the United Kingdom, I do offer also retreats in America, United States, in October. So please keep your eye out on my website. And I also offer, so in my Skype sessions, I will go through your dreaming with you and see what kind of pattern you have with your dreams. What is your blueprint? What is the fingerprint of your dreams? How do you dream? What's the landscape of your dreaming? And through telling me a few of your dreams, I will get a sense of how you're dreaming. And then I will show you simple techniques with meditation, with mindfulness practice, and also with herbal practice, how you can go deeper with your dreams. So an important part of going deeper with your dreams is, like I said, is the intention, is the prayer. What is your intention? The second is mindfulness, and the third is working with plant medicine. So if you'd like to know more, then you can book a Skype session. I recommend doing a few sessions with me, because one session we're just starting to meet each other, and we're just getting a sense of one another, and I'm just getting a sense of your dreams. So if we work over a few sessions, then I'm able to see how my suggestions help your life and how I can tweak them a little bit more to improve your life. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask, then please field those questions through the chat, and my friend Dawn will send them to me. So if any of you have any questions, then please feel free to send them to me via the chat, and then I can do my best to answer them. So get a cup of tea, have some water, breathe, listen to your heart, and then let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so so I have a question here from someone. I'm just going to read it out. The question here is from Tracy, and she said, "What is a real healer?" She had a vision during the day when she said she was stumbling around, dropping and spilling things, and a lady said she should see a healer, and she responded by saying, "I am a healer." Then I came by and handed her a mop, and I said, "I will help you be a healer." So Tracy's question is, what is a healer? What is a real healer? So I think, Tracy, all of us are healers. Every human being is a healer, because we all have umoya, we all have spirit, and we all have what the Bushman people would say is ngoma. Ngoma. Ngoma is, you could say, is prana or chi, which is a particular kind of energy going through the spine. So everyone has healing energy because we are all alive and we all have heat. So a real healer, from my perspective, a real healer is someone who is available to help others. A real healer is someone who can let their own personality, put their own personality aside, and be available 100% to help someone else. For me, that's a real healer. So I know in the West people use the word of ego. I think everyone needs an ego, because if you don't have an ego, then you're not going to survive. But I like to say personality. You know, if you are attached to your personality, or you could say your ego, if you are attached to who you are and your personality, then it's going to be very difficult for you to heal someone else. So you have to be able to put your personality aside and be completely empathic to help someone else. So to learn how to heal is a lifetime's journey. It's a journey which I'm still on. and I'll probably be on this journey my whole life as long as my heart is beating. So we are all learning how to become healers, because we are all learning how to heal ourselves, and we are all learning how to listen. So also, to become a real healer, from my perspective, is someone who can listen to the cries of the world and help unconditionally. Okay, so if there's any other kind of questions, anyone else have a question? So I'll just see if there's any other questions coming up. Okay, so there's another question from Tracy. I think Tracy says she was bitten by a bear in the hip, and when I woke up, I felt the pain right there. Yes, I think. So this is from Tanya. Sorry, excuse me. So Tanya says she got bitten by a bear in the hip, and when she woke up, she felt the pain right there. Yes, I think this, Tanya, this definitely sounds like a third level of dreaming, because you had the experience in the dream time, and then you woke up and you felt that same pain. So it's almost like those dream experiences where your spirit engaged with that dream, it's been transferred into the waking state. So I would say that that's something for you to really look at very, very carefully, Tanya, and to write that dream down. And if you need more help with that, then please sign up for a Skype session with myself or someone else that you can work with in terms of your dreams, because it's very, very important that you listen to your body, and also you listen to that dream, that there's some message, something's been shown to you. I'm not sure exactly what it is, because I'd have to speak to you more, and I think it's very private, so I don't want to engage with it too much in a public way, Tanya. So feel free to contact me. Thank you. So let's have a look here. There's another dream here from Elvira. So Elvira says, I dream of very strong and powerful animals such as bulls, snakes, tigers, leopards. Always I battle them, challenge them, and she's also chased by them. I'm very afraid of them. At the same time, they attract me, knowing I am connected to them. What can I do best to let this fear go a bit more? I recognize this fear also in my daily waking life. Okay, so this is from Elvira. Okay, Elvira, all I could say is, that sounds like a very powerful dream with the animals, and often when you dream about the animals and it feels very powerful, it feels like you're entering the state of what I call the third level or mystical dreams. So what I would say to you is that before you go to sleep at night, I encourage you to put some kind of ointment on your body, on your pulse points. So you could put something like frankincense, or you could put pine incense, or essential oils like pine or frankincense or lavender, to put it on your pulse points. And before you go to sleep at night, I would recommend, Elvira, that you pray and welcome in those animals, because those animals represent your intuition. They represent that primal side of your consciousness, of who you are as a human being. So when human beings dream a lot about animals, it's the animal world calling us to remember our intuition, to remember our sixth sense, because the leopard and the lion and the elephant, they remind us of our sixth sense. The cat reminds us of our sixth sense, because the cat is living 100% in a primal way, 100% listening to its intuition, listening to its sixth sense. So often as human beings, we forget our sixth sense, we forget our primal nature, we forget our intuition. So Elvira, when you're having all these dreams about animals, it's a call for you to tune in to your own animal nature, to your own sixth sense. So what are you feeling? What's happening with you? It sounds like it's some kind of calling, Elvira, for you to be waking up and listening a lot deeper to who you are and listening to your gifts. So I would say from that dream, Elvira, my sense is that you've got some very strong healing gifts yourself, and that you need to recognize that and start working with that. That's your responsibility, that's your work. But this dream feels very magical, Elvira, and I feel that you've got a lot of luck there on your side. So good luck with that. And if you need any help, contact me for a Skype session. Okay, so let's get another. There's another dream coming through here, and it's from James. And James says, "Does lucid dreaming play any role in this practice?" Yes, James, lucid dreaming does. But now, lucid dreaming practice is another whole practice in itself, and that's for another webinar. Now, with our practice as Sangomas, we work in a slightly different way, James, and that's to wake up into the dream state through working with mindfulness, working with prayer, and also working with medicinal plants. And what we are calling forth from the dream state is the white dreams or the prophetic dreams to guide us, to help us to wake up. So it's a slightly different way. It's a slightly different way of practice, James. And I'd probably need a whole discussion with you to explain the differences. But they are similar. But for this practice, it's not a lucid dreaming practice. But over time and after overworking with me, it can turn into a lucid dreaming practice. I hope that's clear enough. Okay, so from Deborah, I have vision dreams about some. I have verified one that was dated. I was not able to verify. Now, for the past month or so, nothing. Now, Deborah says, I want to embrace these visionary dreams and continue to work within the spirit. Continue work with the spirit. Can you just have vision dreams for a short time and then they stop? Yes, of course, Deborah, you can have visionary dreams or prophetic dreams for a short period of time in order for you to get on the right track. So often I find that the spirits or the ancestors or the holy ones, they give us dreams to help us find our life path or help us to get on track, because all of us have a job on this earth plane. All of us have a job to do in this particular incarnation, you can say. And whenever we're struggling to find a way, like in a maze, people receive dreams to get some guidance. And then once you've got the guidance, once you're on track, and sometimes these visionary dreams stop for a period of time, and it's a sign that you are on track. So Deborah, I wouldn't worry about that. I would just keep working with your dreams, listening to them, and whenever you get a visionary dream and your life improves and you start to wake up in a very dynamic way, I would recommend that you say thank you. It's always good to say thank you after you've received a prophetic or mystical dream, because these dreams are feeding your soul, and these dreams come from another space. And it's always good to say thank you to the ancestral spirits, the angels, or the guides that are giving you these mystical dreams. Okay, so from Alison, what is the energy of essential oils? What is the energy of essential oils on pulse points? I intuitively put lavender essential oil on my pulse points before sleep. Okay, Alison, the energy of essential oils is when you put them on the pulse points, it helps to access the forces of nature. So when you put essential oils are very concentrated plant essence. It's very concentrated plant essence. So when you put concentrated plant essence on your pulse points, it's bringing you closer towards nature. So let's say it's bringing you like into a forest. To put it mildly, it's bringing you into a forest. And when we're close to a forest, when we're close to nature, then we are close to the aura of green. And the aura of green is the aura of nature. So that helps to access our dreaming and also helps to protect us in the dream state. So personally, I feel that the organic plants are the best when it comes to working with bringing you into nature and also protecting you. Organic plant material is the best. But if you are living in a city and you don't have much time, then second best would be working with essential oils and putting them on your pulse points. So that's very good, Alison, that you're doing that, and good luck with that. Now, Helen, she says, is it possible to have these dreams in the waking state? So are you talking, Helen, about the prophetic dreams? You're talking about visionary dreams? I presume that you are. So all I could say to you, Helen, is that yes, it is possible to have prophetic waking dreams in, prophetic dreams in the waking state. In our culture, amongst the Xhosa Sangomas, we call them tongos. I'm a tongo. A tongo is a vision. Now, you need to distinguish between a vision and something coming from your own ego or personality. And the best way is, how much is your I, my, me mind or your desire mind connected with the vision? So sometimes people tell me that they've had visions, but a lot of those visions could also be their desire. Like someone could desire to become like a lawyer, and they have visions all the time about being a lawyer because it's more of a desire than a calling inside of them. So if you're having waking visions, you have to distinguish whether it's coming from your personality, your ego, or whether that's coming from a higher place. So the best way to do that is just to be very honest with yourself. Just be very honest. If it's coming from left field, like it's coming from the side, and you weren't thinking about it, then more than likely it's a vision. And how does it make you feel? Do you feel like a live wire? Do you feel nervous or excited? Then more than likely it's a vision. So just look at that. Okay, so Shakti says, John, when you mention dreaming, do you mean dreaming during sleep or in visions conscious? Okay, well, Shakti, when I'm talking about dreaming, I'm talking about dreaming at nighttime. So when you're asleep. So I'm working with dreams in this webinar in terms of night dreams, when you're completely asleep. And the reason why I'm working with that is because when you are completely asleep, your I, my, me mind, your ego, is on the ground. You're not engaged in your ego when you're sleeping generally. So often those are the first things we listen to, the sleeping dreams. Those are the first things we work with as Sangomas, as traditional shamans, are the sleeping dreams. Because your mind, when you're sleeping, you are in a state of tubula rasa, which means a blank slate. You are also in a state of tobekile, which in Xhosa means humility. When you are completely asleep, completely sleeping, you are in a state of humility, of tobekile. So that's why I'm working with the dream state in this particular webinar. Other webinars I can talk about visions. That's for another discussion. Okay, any other questions here? Any other questions coming? Okay, this has been a great webinar, and I thank all of you for attending. And let me just go through some of my offerings again. I'm offering a special price for my UK retreat in Gordon's house in Dorset, and it's a special price now. So I've brought the price down to £225 for a full weekend, and I look forward to meeting some of you there if you are in the United Kingdom. We're going to be doing dream practices with plants. I'm also going to be doing dream practices with rhythms and with dancing, and also mindfulness practice. So the other offering is my Skype sessions. And if any of you recommend a friend to any of my events or Skype sessions, then I'll give you a 50% discount on a Skype session. So thank you very much, and it's been wonderful sharing this time with you. And I look forward to meeting some of you on Skype. So thank you. So I'd like to just finish off this webinar with a song. And this song I call Unamandla, which means power. Unamandla Mandela Wam, which means power to Mandela. And it's a song that I sing to increase spiritual energy for the dreams. Unamandla, 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 Unamandla. Unamandla, la la la, Unamandla, Unamandla, la la la, Unamandla, Unamandela, Wama, Unamandla, Unamandela, Wama, Unamandla, Unamandela, Wama, Unamandla, Unamandela, Wama, Unamandla. Mandela wama ulamala. 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 Utikawam, 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 utikawam. Otikawam, 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 otikawam. Ndinqola manyanga camago, ndinqola kawam camago, ndinqola kamati camago, nkosi kakhulu camago. Siyabulela camago. So I give thanks to all of you coming for this webinar, and I ask that the Great Spirit Utiko can open the way for you so that you can realize your destiny in this world and the next, so that you can realize your medicine, that you can realize your life path, your heart's calling. Camago, thank you.